Right, everyone. We're on our DTCA hour for training this Saturday, and I get to do a short little intro. You guys all know Jackie, but Jackie is our Ethos Award winner, and well deserved. She carries the spirit of everything we're doing here. So it just we get I get to introduce you that way for at least the next year. And you guys, she is not only does she do this, but she's also building a dynamic team and pressing on that, right? She's one of our MSIs. She's been here for the distance and seeing things go. But and we just got off this live event, and I'm gonna press that again. That event was our greatest event ever. I mean, we've had time to sit in, soak it in, and it's an epic time for us as we made the hard easy. And if it's easy, everyone can do it. But also, we're gelling as an organization. The leadership is gelling. And, we've really cleaned up a lot of areas to be better. We're all striving to be the best people we can be, which is where you want to be. Like, if everybody's striving that direction, magic happens. And the energy at that event was, I wish I could bottle it. We could sell that for so much money. It was so awesome. And we have another event coming up. I'll be getting you guys the dates, so mark it on your calendar. And this will be for our number 2 anchor offer primarily, but you guys, we teach the same stuff, but we're going to be doing a tour of the Bellavia facilities, which is going to bring a reality to you how big our opportunity here is with this as our number 2 anchor offer. We're going to be doing training in the facility. And some of you have been there before, most haven't, which is why this is so awesome. So we're getting a really, we're setting up the hotels. We're going to set up the process. Saturday is already set. Okay, we're going to have tickets go on sale in the Bellavia back office. It'll be announced for us. Don't miss the founders call on November 3rd or whatever day that is. The founders call, don't miss it. I'm not even sure what day that is. I probably should look. The founders call is the first Monday of the month. And there's a lot of things that's there. Now, you guys, it's going to be primarily Triple R 247. It's the 6th. Okay. All right. So November 6th. And we're going to have tickets go on sale for $49.95, $49.95. And that's covering everything we're doing at the facility on Saturday. Cost is bringing lunch in and everything. So we're going to do that. So we got to make sure we speak up for the tickets so we know we have enough seats. And we're having lunch there, guys. This is a drive from anything. We're out in the sticks of McKinney. It's freaking awesome. And we're going to be in this, guys, it's a massive facility. This is like Johnson & Johnson, if you understand that. This is a big facility. And we're going to be in there, and we're going to be in the heart of it to train and meet and eat and greet in there for all day Saturday. Now, we're going to have dinner events. Okay. And we're going to want everybody coming in. Some of the leaders are going to come in Thursday. And we'll get together. Tanya and I are going to be working this out there. So probably arrive Thursday. We have career people here. So we'll arrive there Thursday. Friday, everybody should be in there Friday because it starts early Saturday morning. And we got to commute from the hotel over there. We're going to figure that part out. Uber is going to be an option. We have a lot of people that drive there too. So we'll figure out the carpooling and to and from the event. And then Friday, Costa called me and we were talking, and I'm just going to bring this up again. He said, Rory, you run your promotion, the top 10 people. He's going to take Tanya and I, top 10 people, to dinner. Now, when Costa does dinners, it's like Tanya and I doing dinners. It's over the top, right? And they'll provide everything, right? They'll pick us up at the hotel, take us to the restaurant. It's intense, and we get quality time and celebration time and manifestation time with Costa and probably Jeff. I'm pretty sure Jeff's going too. So anyway, you guys, this is when you're starting to achieve at that level, it's good. So we're figuring out the contest for that, and then we'll do that, and then we're going to be doing the Saturday thing, and then Saturday night is going to be group dinners, and then Sunday group time and training, and then people can go back. Sunday night, Monday, we'll stay probably through Monday at the hotel. I'm just going to put that out there. We learned something from this last event. We slowed things down. We had one solid, crazy packed day of training, and it was awesome. And then we all got time to like talk about it, work on it individually. I went to Universal and had some great meetings with people that are really striving to go out there. And we literally were talking so much. We did a couple of rides. We literally sat down and mapped out life and everything. And I'm just going to say that's what I want to be doing at these events, is have more, slow it down to where we can really focus on individuals and put plans together. And so Tanya and I are going to be doing that. We're going to be opening up some of that time and let you guys know. So I'm planning this out. We like to go event to event to event to event to event to event. So we have a runway to build our teams up and strive for those goals, taking accountability, reset, refocus, recommit, and launch again. This is how I've built my fortunes, is that, and we go from mastermind to mastermind. And what we're doing is we are actually going to be teaching everybody here how to mastermind, because that is an effective thing. I've been reading more of my leadership books and stuff from my life of doing this. And everything that I do, I learn from mentors, and there's a reason it works. And masterminding is what we were doing at this last event. Whether people realize it or not, we're going there, and we're going to be focusing on it, because when you mastermind, it literally helps set those patterns forth that create success. And you got feedback from people that love you, care for you, and genuinely want you to just succeed at high levels, working with you and helping you elevate up. That's what it's about. All right, so I got that covered out of the way. I'm excited for what's going on here. Char, I believe, is running the kitchen today. Jackie, I'm handing over to you. And I'm already excited to see you guys in January. So now we're already prepared. Like I wish we could do one every week. Like I just, the energy of that it's so addictive, because like it just resonates. Anyway, Jackie, I'm going to mute because I'm going to have a hard time not containing myself. But you guys have an awesome show today. Go ahead.
Thank you, Rory. As always, he's like a kid, in case y'all don't know. He cracks me up. He gets so excited. I just love being around him. If you're not happy when you're around Rory Rickard, I don't know what rock you're under, guys, because he is always on fire. But anyway, today is my favorite day of the week. This is when we like to do what I call the wine brunch for DTCA, because we get to feature one or two of our different wines and show you how to, or what to pair them with. And our cook today, as Roy said, is my dear friend, Char Hess. She's an MSI here. But, you know, we write pages or they write pages about their recipes. And many times it's heartfelt recipes of, you know, their grandparents or whatever. And we'll be posting her page a little bit later. So be sure to check that out. And for those of you who are working towards getting Google AdSense, you might want to think about this, because Google absolutely loves recipes. And these are different types of pages that you can think about to add to your system to help you solidify that system to get Google AdSense approval. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to my baby girl, Char Hess. What you got for us today, sister?
Thank you, Jackie. Can you hear me okay? Is it loud enough?
I can. I love that jersey.
Isn't it? I'm so proud I finally got it.
That is awesome. Congratulations. You deserve it.
Thank you. Okay, so today I decided to make, because it's such a big hit and it's gone after you make a batch of them. So I decided to make rosemary cheese crackers. And let me tell you, once you make your homemade recipe, you won't buy boxed crackers ever again. It's so easy. It takes about 30 minutes to make. And then I thought, I can pair wine with that, but I need something to put on those crackers. So I'm going to make my salmon cheese dip with this. So while the crackers are in the oven, I'm going to make that. So just to start off, what I typically do, and Jackie's going to share my recipe page that you can get the amounts, but it's the crackers, I mix in a bowl. Flour, salt, grated cheese. I use Parmesan. I've used Swiss before. That works really well. But you finally grate that up. And a 1/3 cup cold cubed butter. That's the trick to it. Just like making a nice pie shell for your pie. I think the butter works best.
Not a head of butter. Not a head of butter.
Cold. Yeah, can't have too much butter. And then I use heavy cream as the liquid instead of water. It seems to make it really, the consistency is really good. And then I sprinkle, when it comes out of the oven, I sprinkle it with coarse salt. And I put rosemary. So I like to get fresh rosemary. I have a bush outside. And then you pick the leaves and you chop it up and you put that in as well. And I think it's about 2 tablespoons, but it's in the recipe. So I wanted to prepare that ahead of time because it takes a little time to roll it out, cut it up. I typically, actually, I put it right on the sheet. I take the parchment paper, and I don't like those stupid rolls. I can know because they always curl up on you. So I found these. It's already a sheet. You just take one out and use it, put it on your cookie sheet, and it fits perfect. So I put that parchment paper on the counter. And then after I mix up everything, I cut it in half, and I do 1/2. You can do 2 cookie sheets worth. So on 1 cookie sheet, I take the parchment paper, put it on I have granite here, so it works really well. But you put it down and I roll it out right on the parchment paper. So you can just take the parchment paper and slide it right onto your cookie sheet. Because, let me put this down a little bit. I separate them. So once I roll it out and I don't use the handles on the roller, I actually roll it so it doesn't move the paper. So it works really well that way. And then once you get it rolled out, I use a pizza cutter and I cut the edges to make it even. So you get your even edges on crackers. And then I put it I separate them. So it like a cookie. And then I take a fork and I put some little fork marks in it so it doesn't bubble up. So once you get that done, I'm going to put this in the oven now. And then while this is cooking, you put it in about 400 degrees, preheat the oven I watch it. I don't like dark edges, so I watch it. And it just depends on how long, probably 8 to 10 minutes, I'm guessing. Then you take it out and you sprinkle your salt on. So while that is working, I'm going to see if I can turn this down. Just give me 1 second here. So you can watch what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm gonna put this up. Thought I was prepared.
That's like plans, my friend.
So I have all the ingredients for the salmon dip in a bowl already and covered it, except didn't mix it up and I didn't use, again, the ingredients are, and I like, now that we have that nice regenerative grass-fed beef, I like to buy cheese that is grass-fed as well by cows that are grass-fed. So I try to stay natural. I try to use herbs whenever you can. As a matter of fact, the rosemary is really, really good for your indigestion. It's actually good for headaches if you have migraines. In the crackers, I use that. And I also make a tincture for migraines. For my sister has really bad migraines, so I make tinctures for her. It helps inflammation and blood flow to your brain, and it gets rid of your migraine. Anyway, cheese. And if you can find smoked salmon, I didn't find it, so I actually used liquid smoke. You can do that. I kind of marinated or sprinkled it on and let it sit for a while. I use mascarpone cheese. You can use cream cheese if you like, or both, half and half if you like. I use fresh dill. I love dill. I love the smell of herbs anyway. And dill is good for your indigestion as well. I used green onion or scallion, one of the two, and chives. Then I also picked a fresh lime off my lime tree today, and I used half of the lime. You can use lemon, and I did not add that yet, so I'm going to add the fresh lime. Squeeze that out. So the juice of half a lime goes in this as well. Just going to turn it upside down. Get a little bit more out. Okay.
Get the last squeeze.
And also on a microplane, I got the outside of the zest. It gives it a little bit more flavor. So now I'm going to mix it up, and then I'll show you what it looks like. You let the cheese come to room temperature. It's a lot easier to to mix up. I probably should have had this mixed, but I thought I need to have the crackers cook, so I will do that. I'm not sure if I put enough, because I added, I think it's 6 ounces of salmon, but one can I had was 5 and the other was 8. I just put them both in.
Can't have
So it's going to be a little more thick, but I think I'm going to have to add some more cheese to it.
And what are you pairing that with today, Char?
I wanted to make something and pair it with the new Linda horn, but I'm going to let her toot that horn. Hello. So I'm actually pairing mine with the More Than Used Cabernet Sauvignon 2017. Oh. It was just given to me, so I'm going to use that. And I've had that chilled, and I can't wait to taste that year. I don't have 2017. That's actually a really good year. We really get some good wines here, let me tell you. Actually, that turned out really well. I might add a little bit later, but for now, I think that's good to pair with the crackers. I do have some crackers already baked, and I could do that. So let me add this to a bowl, because presentation is everything, right?
Yeah, because Sister Sheila's watching. She's gonna see how good you presented.
Yeah, I can't help I design everything, even my food.
We know. And you do a great job too, sister.
Thank you. Okay, let's put that aside. And I got to check out my, oh boy, I got something on my iPad.
Don't burn your crackers.
No, they're not burning. Actually, I think they're just, you can see they start to puff up a little bit and get a little bit of tan on the outside, and that's just the way I like it. So let me grab those. Now these ones I made long that you can actually use, that would be a good dip for dipping. These ones I made for snacking, that you can actually put these for kids or yourself. You can put them in a Ziploc bag and take it with you. So I have to pour wine, right?
Yes, ma'am.
There we go.
What are you pairing this with? And this looks amazing.
The
crackers and cheese is like one of the best. Like there's what it is so good to have the right cracker, the right cheese. Like I'm looking at this going, oh my gosh, Char.
So Tina gave this to me at the event, and see, those are some of the little perks you get when you go to these events. This is the 2017 Cabernet, or
Sauvignon Blanc.
No, yeah, it is Sauvignon Blanc. Sorry,
I saw the label. I knew what it was. And look at that new label for the More Than Used. You can just
love it. I like to think that's me.
Yeah, you know what? It very well could be. You know, the women of this business definitely are my muses to grow and push hard, right?
It could be. It could be. So
that's the 2017, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So I'm curious how that has such amazing citrus undertones to it. I'm curious on how that goes with that salmon, because that is probably a perfect pairing by all regards.
Oh, awesome.
Salmon goes good with like lemon on top. You're going to be pulling some notes from that wine that's going to like complement that in a tremendous way. I can taste it.
You know, I think by the time I go shopping for those ingredients, Char, we could what we use Uber last time to get
Uber there.
We did take any time at all.
You're close enough. It's only an hour and a half.
Yeah, see, we could Uber it, but I can get that. We can get that here faster than me going shopping for those ingredients. You just made me very, very hungry.
Can do that.
Reason I like Florida. I'm by that.
Well, I took a taste. Now let's take a taste of this. You know, I love salmon, but it hides the flavor of the salmon and more of the cheese comes out and the onion. It's buttery, creamy. Oh,
Okay, so there's a taste zone on the top of your roof of your mouth right here.
yeah.
And you should be hitting that like that should be like crazy because the creaminess of the dip is going to coat your mouth, and you should be having like a taste explosion on the top of your mouth right now.
I am, especially now that
I can feel it right now.
My taste buds are awake now for 2 months, so that helps too.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you guys are gonna love this. It's mild. It doesn't have a bite. It's very creamy. Oh, it's awesome. I love it. You're right. It's a perfect pairing for that. I'm glad I picked this one.
So you guys, we did something big on the Sauvignon Blanc. So you'll notice we had the 2017 and the 2016, and the winemakers did something very special with it. It's 2023. Those have been literally being made for 5 and 6 years. They just got bottled. Like one got bottled about 8 months ago or whatever it is now. The other one got it's actually a year older, got bottled recently. There's a reason. He has a technique of aging those to really bring out the content of the wine. And I bought into the process. Like these winemakers, when they explain what they're going to do, you're just like, yes, let's do it. This sounds great. And every time we get something special, right? So I'm curious on our Moscato because they tried something on the aging of that. And that's coming out here soon. But the Sauvignon Blanc, there's 2 years. They are dynamically different from each other. Same winemaker, same fruit sourcing, different year, and a little bit different technique in the aging process. See, when we can be patient on creating the wines, you get these spectacular benefits in there. And this is why aged wine like this or properly created wine goes for so much money in the marketplace. Yet our members are getting it for 25, 30 bucks a bottle with shipping. Put that in perspective. But just put that in perspective. And you're tasting it right now, Char, so you're actually in it. Your body gets to taste it, but those Sauvignon Blancs are special. You can order them in the custom cases. You can get 6 and 6. You can mix it around with the other stuff. Make sure you throw some Linda in there before that goes out. Anyway, just saying.
I just want you to know this is so good. I'm definitely going to try to get a case of this. This is so good. You can order this yet or no?
It's all available now.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
and I almost will tell you that you go to a wine store and try to buy wine this many years old, aged, it's ridiculously expensive. Here, it's so reasonable. It just makes sense.
We got our pricing from Char. We got our pricing for our members. This business model for what we're doing in our Wine of the Month Club was by design. I knew that if we structure this out, long-term vision, not what we do this year, we're going to build. And you guys, this is how we build business. It's not about what's now. Instant gratification is a very expensive emotion, right? Emotions are a luxury we cannot afford. It's not smart. In order to have proper wines, it's going to take a while. And you guys, and we eased into it. We built it up there, but now watch the wines that we're releasing. We've had time to build a consistency up of these wines being developed and grown. And the winemakers, they get paid so good, they don't have to rush the wine to market. They can do what they need to do to finish it. The finishing of the wine is where the shortcuts are made. We don't need to make shortcuts. Like, for instance, the Cabernet Franc that we that's the Linda Horn label, right? That Cabernet Franc is a 2021. It's a 2021. We just released it 2023, October of 2023. We let it finish. We almost, I mean, we pushed it, the envelope to get that bottle so we could do the event. But we waited as long as they wanted to wait. We get to do that. And so our wines have that finishing touch, which is where the values go, and it's time, right? Like, think about what's it really cost for a bottle of wine in a typical retail outlet that's that age, right? Go try to find a 2016 Sauv Blanc that's a true fine wine and go look at the price tag. For one bottle, you probably can buy a case of ours. And I promise you, I know ours is finished properly, no shortcuts. And that's what we get to take to the world. Yeah, it's a long vision because we've been doing this for years. Time just goes by anyway. Do it right. And that's why I'm so happy all the time.
And if you've had the last one and you didn't like the flavor or the taste, or liked it but something was off, boy, you need to try this one because this is so good. So good.
So we've had Sauv Blancs released before, but these are ones that they wanted to try a different aging process, and we did it. And there's a 2016 and a 2017, and if you do like a linear tasting, so like let's say you have a charcuterie board, Sauv Blanc goes with a lot of things. Sauv Blanc is like the Pinot Noir of the whites. Sauv Blanc, if you take the 2016 and the 2017 and you try the same foods with the 2016, then switch to the 2017, watch the difference. It's actually, that's a fun event by itself right there. And they're both in stock right now.
Awesome.
I just
Char,
checked.
thank you so much. You always kill it when you come on. We'd love to have you. Before we close the show, I would like to let you all know that the schedule for next year is already open and filling up. So if you are a CSI rank or higher, get with me if you would like to be featured on one of these cook shows so that you can earn points for travel cash. Travel cash comes in handy for all of the events that Rory and Tanya put on. And so don't lose out. We are just about booked for the end of December, through the end of 2023, but we have just opened up 2024. So if you're interested, let me know and we'll get you on the book. Other than that, Mr. Rickard, I'm going to turn it back over to you because I know you need some extra time today. And again, thank you, Char. And I have posted her page.
So I'm gonna pull this up. 30 minutes. I'm gonna pull back up into the couple building. So I'm gonna share the screen again. And you guys, like we are very dynamic in what we do. Let me go here. We're building multiple streams of income and it's a structure, right? We have our anchors, anchor 1, anchor 2, anchor 3. And it's basically, right, it's do what I do, get what I get. And when you're building these in the way that we build, the incomes just grow. And once you cover your overhead, you're in profit. And remember, as opposed to everybody else in the business world, to make more money here, we're still spending more money. It's just Tanya and I are spending it for you. We're buying the marketing, right? We're funding your marketing. So you just got to follow the processes and grow. And once you get established and get a few customers, every position is covered, right? And you get the benefit of like free wine, right? It's free now. And then you get the benefit of the free services and you get the free Bellavia. It's all laid out there. Now I'm going to just cover this and stresses on the positions. I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to make it a headline. DTCA, and I'm gonna walk you through this, right? The minimum requirement's 50 BV of a purchase, whether that's 4 bottle minimum or the large vortex, the unlimited vortex for $59.95. Those both carry 50 BV. So if you have 2 positions, one's getting wine, one can get vortex, or you could have 3 positions, 2 getting wine, 1 getting vortex. As a building thing with the vortex, remember, we control where it goes. So one vortex system, you can literally have it aim at one position at a time because you control the links in your PBS. The vortex sends the traffic to our landing page. We send everything to our PBS, and then the PBS sends them to where we want them to go. So you can be focusing on, let me go back up here. You can be focusing on your right team, and then as soon as you start focusing on the left team, you start going here. And this is already qualified with the minimum. So like in DTCA, you need to have well, I think it's 9 personals that are active, 9 personals. And, you probably want more. So like 10, 20, like you guys, we have a recruiting system that you can add people at will. Like you can literally put 10, 20 people in any business every month. I'm doing it. Everybody can do it. Right. You can grow 1 or 2 a month and that's steady pace. That's fine. But you can grow 1 or 2 a day as well, or 2 to 3 a week, or 5 a week. You can do all of that with what we have here based on your organization of your time and how you follow the way it's there. Now, we're going to really be structuring on that. We're going to be doing that. I'm also going to put out I'm going to share this right now. Thursday, let me get my link. Love my calendar system, guys. Being organized is everything. So as I keep, so I'm gonna go in the chat. So it's meeting ID 222-713-8380 in Zoom. Okay, on Thursday. I'll pull up my calendar again. Hold on. Thursday, this coming Thursday, I'm gonna be on at 10 a.m. That's East Coast time, and I'm gonna be doing a V marketing with Robert and whoever wants to come on there. I'm gonna be doing a whole day, 10 a.m. to 7:30. Okay. Like you can call that a marathon. This is how I would do V marketing as a career person building this if I didn't have any other appointments that day. So I was talking to our leaders before we started this call, guys. I'm pretending that I have a free day, right? I'm pretty much booked out. But when we were at the event, I got so inspired to show this. And so what I'll do is I'm gonna be doing the V marketing, and I'm gonna do it as a I'm gonna roll this out. I'm gonna do my best to record it as well, and I have to put it up somewhere else. But this is you want to see Rory work a whole day? This is what I'll do. Now this is going to be intense, but this is what you need to do sometimes to get it going. And you don't need to go all day per se, but I'm going to love it. So I'm going to work V marketing and build the appointments. I'm going to create so much work in that day. Now the difference with me and somebody starting out new is I've been doing it longer. And I'm going to go over here. I'm going to stop the share. I've been doing it longer. I have team to pass it out to. So if you guys see the rest of my schedule for the weeks after that, I really don't have time to schedule BRTs next week. I can't take them. I'm busy. I'm packed. But my team isn't all packed. And my team they've given me their calendars and they've listed what's available so I can be booking appointments for my team. And I'm going to book them in the way that people show up better. There's an art to this. There's a process to it. There's a posture that's not just done in voice, but in text and email and everything. And it's what I teach, but I'm going to be doing it all day Thursday. Okay. So everybody's welcome to come. Have your people come in there. I can go up to 500 on that account. So we can maximize it. And if we're past the 500, I'll blast it on YouTube or something. Right? I'll risk it. It's going to be all day. You can come and go as you want, right? I'm going to recruit some of our awesome leaders to help me watch the button because I'm going to be in my zone. And I'm going to try to create as many appointments in one day as possible. Here's what I know. I know that if I do that, odds are I'm going to create enough that would, if I was a brand new person doing this, putting that effort in with the skill set I'm teaching, I probably can create $2,000 in that one day. That's $2,000 in commissions and revenue and a team to grow with, which has exponential growth potential, right? In one day. And it's because the tools are here. It's easy now. And you guys, I've been building it. I've been in the trenches of it. This has been the vision I've had to complete this process. I'll go over the history because it's important to remember where you came from. I was trying to teach what I didn't even know how to teach yet when we started building the system, because it's not just about having the PBS and a way to market. It's about how to utilize it. how to utilize it with other forms of business and you know, the customer side of it and the high touch side of it. How do you teach all that? And so bit by bit by bit by bit, step by step by step by step, training by training by training by training. This is why we do the weekly trainings, is so we can develop it, everybody. It doesn't happen it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in a month. Sometimes it doesn't happen for years to develop somebody to where they're very efficient, right? To be an expert in anything, it is chartably known, it's 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours of doing something makes you an expert in it. Muscle recoil, everything is built over that time, right? You know, I look at any profession. Any profession didn't happen overnight. And we want to be professional, Triple R247 family members. That's what we want to be, professional. We want to be professional where we can help somebody come in. And the more you understand and are becoming that, the more you're going to convey that in your energy when you work with somebody. Your BRT is going to get better and better the more you actually know you're developing yourself in that direction. So you just got to hang around until you get there. You got to build towards those 10,000 hours. All right. You know what? I will do a Q&A, Laura, because I don't think we've ever talked, and I'm now just curious. So go ahead.
I was just wanting to know what time that started on Thursday, because I'm putting in my calendar.
10 a.m. on Eastern, 10 a.m. Eastern.
Awesome. Thank you.
At 10 a.m. Eastern, that's 8 o'clock Mountain, night 7. I'm going to be doing prep work. Okay. And the thing about it is that's pretty early, East Coast to West Coast. So you guys are going to see how I run the entire national scope on a day. Get in and get everything ready. I get everything, set, and then I go. And we're going to do it for a full day's worth, and it's going to show you guys exactly the pattern to do, so that if for those that really need to step up the income, let's say you got to go full time in this, right? You got laid off yesterday. You already knew you're building your skill sets. This is the thing that people need to understand, right? Is if you are in this environment here and you're working it part time and you're learning the skill sets, if you ever needed to go full time into this, it's just a matter of changing your patterns to go full time. The processes are the same. It's the system, not a suggestion, whether you use a little bit or a lot of it. It's the same. So what we're going to do is show how to really crank this out in a solid day, right? It's not even, I would call it a marathon, but like, this is what I would do. Like, if I put myself in someone else's shoes, if I got like, and I'm putting this, like, if I wanted to leave my job that I don't really like, that pays, and this is an exact example, $700 a week. Okay. And is Robert on here? I would love to bring him on if he's here. I think he's working today. Oh, he's right here. Robert, I'm bringing you on. This is going to be a declaration day. Robert, can you come on? Are you available? I co-hosted you, Robert. You can unmute and talk. Actually, I apologize. Wrong, Robert. I'm. You know what? My apologies. I probably put you on. Don't worry, Robert. Hold on. Yeah, he's working today. I didn't start on the training. So here's the scenario. I'm so, guys, he'll be on Thursday, and he's got big ambitions and he's got drive to make it happen. And I got to spend some time with him. And this is what's good about those live events. If he didn't, he came there on his own, right? He kept up with the emails. He came on his own. He hasn't really been in contact with his support team or anything. He's just jumping in and going because he knows we're real. Here's the thing. He's got to make $700 a week to do this full time. I'm going to show him how to do that in one day. One day, how to make $700 a week. And he's going to be working in a way more comfortable situation than the job. One day, how to make $700 a week. I'm going to show you how to do it in one day. Now, obviously, I got the skills to do it, but you're going to see those done so you can see what you can strive for. You guys, I literally am creating $1,000 and $2,000 daily incomes doing exactly what you're learning to do here. It's just getting the processes down and following it. It's that easy now. And I couldn't do this before we added the Section 1 edition. So I'm going to go back to what I was saying. You got to know where you're coming from. So I didn't know how I could teach my skill set to everybody. right? To do what I do, to get what I get. I also got to teach it. So back August 2018 is when we came up with the original flow, the flow. And that was just a way to present that worked. It changed everything dynamically. We had people here starting to make the money. It started building. We were getting massive accolades, full paid trips to places. We were really cranking it. Okay. Then when did I get episode 9 done? I can tell you, I can look at the date. Hold on. Hold on. I'm actually really curious about this myself. So
it was like 28 years ago, wasn't it? Because it feels like we've been doing it forever.
Yeah. Well, I remember what it was like before we had the episode 8. I remember what it's like before that. And so episode 8, which is the episode 9 thing, that's actually when that kicked in, right? We did all that. So episode 8 was done. Okay, that's not fair. Let me go look at episode 9. I updated the date because I teach that now. I have to archive it. Oh, it's when we added Savings Highway Global. So we're like February. This is March 2023. Is that right? It's March 15th, 2023. Yep, that's right. Okay, March 23 is when we got episode 9. And that was a big part of this, to where that explained things for session 2, so that it literally let people know why we do Bellavia, why we do Savings Highway Global, right? We added the 3rd anchor. That's when I updated it. So it was done before that without, it was working great, but then we had to roll in the new stuff. Big change there. And when I did that, I did it even better to explain it. Marketing done properly makes sales order taking. So then at this event, so October 1st actually is when I got the recording done for session 1. After that, you guys, it's now easy. There is no hard in how we present. And now the only skill set that we really got to focus and teach every one of our members on is the art of communication, the art of BRT, build relationship and trust. Now, everybody here, make note, I'm going to be teaching on it all the time. This isn't something you learn once. Niall, how long have we been like making us better at that process? How long has it been?
3 decades.
Don't stop. I'm constantly working on myself on this too. It's not like I hit perfection 10 years ago and I can't get better than this. No, I'm constantly building myself up and understanding. And I'm in the group too. Like you do it every day, it becomes a pattern, right? A habit. And you just get better and better at it. I know Niall's absolutely an expert in it because he's done it more than 10,000 hours and it shows, right? Dina's getting up there. Experts, and that's who we have teaching this. They just been doing it longer than you, so you learn from that. But that's what we're gonna be doing. So Monday again on the 8 o'clock Eastern hour, so that's 5 o'clock Pacific, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, 8 Eastern on Bellavia.live. I'm gonna be doing a 5-part training series on the BRT. I'm actually building the curriculum to teach that. I got to focus on that. That's the next thing we do. And when we get people to learn that the best, that's where this is going to get really awesome, because that is going to be the only barrier to get somebody to really take advantage of this. And it's the confidence, it's everything that's in there. And I'm going to be really laying it out in that 5-week process. It's like 5 hours of training, but it's stuff that people got to sink in. So the next 5 Mondays, except for the founders, we're going to have a break for the founders call. So it's really the next 6 Mondays. Because I'm not going to, right? I just realized that. So there's the next 6 Mondays, crucial to be on those Bellavia trainings. That BRT is going to help everybody there too. Guys, I'd like to help everybody. This is the one skill set. If I can teach this, I'm empowering somebody to fish. Now, that empowers them to fish, but all the tackle, all the fishing equipment, the massive, awesome boat for fishing, that's the PBS and the Triple R247 for us. That's all of that. That's all the tools. How to use them is a BRT. So I always like to put the analogy into fishing because, well, I can relate to it. But it also is the same thing. And it's also like the same thing for, making wine. You can do it right, or you can do it cheap and sloppy and make money because you got to do more marketing work. Our wines are the marketing. Everything about us and who we are is displayed in every drop of wine that we're marketing. All made the right way. As you do one thing, you do all things. Cut corners in any aspect of our business. I already know that doesn't work. And I don't want to be an expert in cutting corners. I want to be an expert in doing it right. It's everything. I remember all the time at my grandpa, right? He was an architect, self-taught, and he was amazing at drafting. And I would sit down because I idolized him. He was my father figure, and I wanted to be just like him and everything, right? So I hang out with my grandpa all the time, right? I always tell the story. I rode my bike. I only had like a 2.5 block, 3 block, actually 2 neighborhoods away. So in the city block, it's probably like 5 city blocks away. I'd get on my bike, pedal over to, grandpa's, park my bike in the same spot that I was told I could park it, right? Everything was organized, everything at home. Park my bike, walk in, and I go give my grandma a hug and a kiss. And she would just say, he's out in the garage or he's out back. She knew I was there for grandpa. But I always came in, said hi to her, gave her a big hug, gave her a kiss. She usually gave me a cookie or something, right? Like, she was happy to see me, but she knew I was there for grandpa. And I had to go out and do whatever he was doing. And he would always, when he sat me down and I'd be doing drafting. And I took drafting class in school, and I already knew what to do because he taught me exactly how it's done. And that's, you guys, if you ever see my penmanship, it's very good. Well, that's because I did hours and hours and hours of it. I literally sat down, and while he was working, right, and he's doing real life drafting and plans and drawing out these house plans or facility plans or whatever he was working on, I was right by him doing letters. He was teaching me how to do this, right? And I mean, hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of it. And I would get perfect, and to where my letters were identical every time, and like the perfect letters that matched like what his style was. And I got really good at it. And now that benefited me greatly, right? And it still has, right? So I learned that and became an expert in that. And then the thing about it is it's just like anything, you as you do all things. But he would always say, if you're going to do it right. Because it'll always take you longer. If you go short, you're going to have to go back and redo it. You might as well do it right the first time. Do everything that way. And drafting, you can't mess it up. You mess it up, there's repercussions, right? And then when the builder comes and builds, you're going to upset everything. You're going to drive the cost crazy because someone's going to have to fix it. And the cost to fix a broken plan can be tens of thousands of dollars. And the homeowner may not be eating that, right? There's huge things, right? And and so he instilled in me the importance of it at a young age on the full vision of a home. That's a big vision to build at, right? That map is a vision. Well, we have a vision on what we're doing, but everything should be done right, because as you do one thing, you do all things. And when people do things the wrong way, someone's got to clean it up, and your overall success is going to wane on it, because somewhere you're going to stop and clean up and lose momentum. So do it right. You can pick up the momentum and maintain that momentum because you did it properly. Okay. Case in point, the way we do the BRT process and put everybody into session 1, session 2, and into session 3 and 4 to develop them, it's perfection now. There's no shortcuts, and we've made it so easy everyone can do it. And as a human to human to teach them what they need to learn, the skill set now is all in the BRT, because the rest of it is literally just a system. It literally is just a system. And it's all done by videos that are done in a perfect way with perfect tonology to explain something I absolutely know. The conveyance is perfect. We know we've got the right anchors. We know we got the right processes. Everything's in place. And now we just got to teach people how to do the BRT. And also, when you look at the way build relationship and trust works, it's the same way we're building our pages. The art of performance blogging is a BRT as well. It's the same set of skills. We're doing a third-party endorsement. We're writing in a way that expresses a relationship and trust with the reader. You're hearing me right. Whether I write it or I speak it, I'm building relationship and trust whenever I'm conveying an idea, a thought, a product, a service to somebody else. That's what we're doing. So now we just got to teach everybody how to do great BRTs, and it's going to help them in their writing and everything else. And then we back it up with more and more training to make it better. How to be a better communicator. We got the leadership training and everything to do all that comes in as we get people moving along. This is why I've been looking, put the right pieces in place and go. Everything's in place now. We just go. And it's going to get more and more fun because people are going to succeed faster than ever before because we made the hard easy. Now we just got to get everybody caught up to speed with it because it's change. And even the best of change causes a delay. Everybody pauses. They got to get to know how to be comfortable. That's what we're doing. But the BRT training starts Monday. For those that haven't had it all the way through, those that are struggling with it, it starts Monday. Now I'm going to be doing it that Monday, and then I was going to be doing this anyway. I told everybody in the instructor training, so get your instructors and training set up, and even if they're not ready to get going on BRTs yet, they need exposure to this training. We got to teach them how to fish with the BRT training, and it all starts like full go Monday. Right, full go Monday. I'm going to be doing it with the Bellavia hour, which means I can cover more things with our guys on our instructor call. It's perfectly timed for me. Also, in case you guys haven't seen, we're kind of stirring things up. Wait till we get 200 of us putting people into Bellavia every week. Watch what that leaderboard does. And we're going to have people wonder how we're doing it. It's just, we got perfection now. We have the marketing coming in. Now, how do we utilize that marketing? Training in the BRT, because the system's already done for us. That's where we're at now, guys. So start dreaming big, set those big goals, because we can start knocking them out. We've got the vehicle, we've got the resources, but we got everything. Everything's in place. Now we just got to teach people how to use it. That's the BRT. BRT gives you the skill sets to go fish. All the equipment to fish with the best, we get all of that for you already too. That's it. And if you don't like fishing, I'll come up with another analogy. I don't know. Fishing is kind of jealous for me. That, and I know that in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be deep sea fishing again with a few of my boys. And I'm looking forward to this because it's a celebration of all this too. It's like perfect. Okay. Awesome, Linda. You guys, it's going to be a powerhouse event to teach you guys these things to get going on Thursday. All right. Now I'm going to go back to what I was doing before. There we go. On these positions for the power couple. Okay. If you get a corporation, let's say you're an individual, don't have a power couple situation, right? Well, you're going to find people you want to work with really close, and that becomes there. But you can always get another position for yourself, get a corporation. Now, I'm going to have Jim come on and teach corporation stuff again. We got an amazing setup for that, and you can get a corporation. But if you get a corporation, a lot of people think, well, I'm going to go take that main position I have and put it to the company. I'm going to tell you, you just got another entity. Keep the one you have. Go create another position with that company and let that build up your other personal position. You can always get another company, but if you get a company set up and you already have a personal position, double time it. It doesn't take much to cover your costs. Bellavia made it easier, right? I'm going to stop the share again. Yeah, I only got a few more minutes on here, and then we're gonna start building stuff out, and I'm gonna cover something really big in the build out when we go here in 6 minutes. So Bellavia just made some changes. Also, okay, I got something to show you guys. I don't want to wait. We'll be doing more on the power couple things, setting those positions up. Also, if people are looking to do it, let your MSI know. We can schedule a team call. I'll come on there and break it down even more, or even help you guys structure it. Let your MSIs know. They can set up a call in the week, get it with my calendar, and come on there. It's a very important thing to cover and press it. But I'll tell you this. Bellavia made a change, and there's a promotion going on right now too. So let me tell you, the change they made is if you buy 2 boxes in a month, your V-fill is not required for 2 months. And there's a max that goes out to, but like they made it so easy for people to order consistently, keep active, and grow the business. You don't need to place an order every month. If you place an order of 2 boxes, it goes 2 months out. And it's also the cheapest with the shipping and everything because it's built in the pricing to buy 2 boxes at a time. So when we're teaching V-fills, I'm teaching 2 box minimum in there because it's smart money. I spelled it out. If you buy 1 box, you pay the highest price because of how things build, but you get 2 or more boxes, right? It's the best price every other month. Now, Tanya and I go through 12 boxes of product a month. A lot of that's brain. We both do, sometimes she does 2 use a day. Most of the time she does 2. I just do 1. Unless I'm really, if I'm going hard on something, I usually do 2, but I usually 1. So we go through 2.5 boxes of youth, 2 boxes or so of biome, because there's 25, so 2.5. And then we do 2.5 of Zleem. We take that every night. We do so brain Zleem youth, 2.5 of plus, right? And by the way, I found another stash of plus, so we're good. But even the new one's coming out anyway soon. I'm excited. But and then brains, it's 6 boxes pretty much a month. It's 6. I thought it was less, but it's 6. We just counted. And so if you add that up, I mean, it's easily 12 a month. Easily 12 a month. And because of the recruiting, when you're bringing in people the way we do, and when we're bringing in business builders, ambassador just makes sense. You're going to get paid more and you get more product and more value. Well, when you're bringing an ambassador in, they give you VST, which is internal cash to spend. Okay. And I'm just going to let you guys know, we average about $800 a month in free product because of VSTs. I mean, like it's awesome. So I'll put a big order in. I'll pay for 1 box, maybe 2, and I get another 6 or 8 for free. And we got multiple accounts, so I use it in multiple accounts to go, guys. It's awesome. And I keep stressing that when you're marketing heavily, everything's built that way. Now, wine, you got lots of customers, you're getting free wine. If you got 3 customers in position 1, free wine. You 3 customers ordering every month in position 2, that's another free wine. We don't care. Do it. We love it. It's built that way. I'm just putting this out there as perspective, right? We don't pay for our wine. It comes out of the system, right? Just like everybody here that share the customers. And you guys, there's some new ways that we're going to be building customers and stuff going on. So even though I'm going to go into the hour of stuff, okay, I'm going to close this out here, and then I'm going to go into the marathon. Hold on. I want to be on time. I got